You'll never do that again. So I live in this nice suburban neighborhood, had the perfect backyard with tons of privacy thanks to all these trees and bushes between me and my neighbors. It was like having my own little oasis. Then the people behind me sold their house and moved away. The new family shows up with 2 teenage boys, and the first thing they do, cut down every single tree and bush on their side of the fence. Boom. My private yard became a fishbowl overnight. I could see straight into their house, and they could see straight into mine. I wasn't thrilled, but hey, their property, their choice, right? So these 2 boys, probably like 15 and 17, they're obsessed with sports. They set up this basketball hoop on their patio, and they're out there constantly. Problem is, they're terrible athletes, like comically bad. Every shot they take bounces off the rim and goes flying. Soccer balls get kicked way too hard and sail over fences. Tennis balls, footballs, you name it. These kids have zero control. Within the first week, I've got 3 different balls in my yard. The boys come over, ring my doorbell, all polite. Hey, sorry about this. Can we get our ball back? No problem. I toss it over. Kids will be kids, right? But then it keeps happening. Every few days, there's another ball in my yard, sometimes 2 or 3 in one day. I'm starting to feel like I'm running a lost and found service. The boys keep coming over at first, always apologetic. But after a few months, something changes. They stop knocking on my door. Now when balls land in my yard, they just sit there. The kids can clearly see them from their side, but they just leave them there, waiting for me to throw them back over like I'm their personal ball retrieval service. I'm watching from my kitchen window one morning and I see one of the boys kick a soccer ball. It flies right over my fence and lands in my flower bed. The kid doesn't even look surprised. He just shrugs and walks back inside like this is totally normal. So now I'm stuck with this choice. Do I keep being the nice neighbor and throw their stuff back, or do I let it pile up until they actually come ask for it? I started collecting all their balls behind my shed. Soccer balls, basketballs, tennis balls, even a pair of those foam clogs they throw around for some reason. It looked like a sporting goods store exploded back there. By the end of summer, I had like 15 different balls sitting in a pile. The boys would look over the fence and see them, but never said a word. They just expected me to keep throwing them back whenever I felt like it. Then this year, early spring, another soccer ball lands in my yard. Not some cheap plastic one either. This was one of those nice leather ones that probably cost like 60 bucks. I let it sit there for 2 solid weeks. Rain soaked it, sun baked it, but those boys never came over to ask for it back. They'd see it sitting there when they played basketball, but acted like it was invisible. That's when my landscaper showed up to do the spring cleanup. Nice guy named Mike, who's got 3 kids of his own. He sees the soccer ball and goes, "Wow, that's a really nice ball just sitting there." I looked at that ball, then at the boys playing in their yard, completely ignoring the expensive ball they'd lost, and I made my decision. "Mike, you want that ball for your kids? It's been sitting there for weeks and nobody's claimed it." His face lit up. "Are you serious? My son would love this. Take it. Consider it a bonus." Mike loaded up that soccer ball with all the grass clippings and drove away with the biggest smile on his face. You know what happened next? Not a single ball has landed in my yard since then. Not one. Those boys suddenly developed perfect aim and started keeping all their sports equipment in their own yard. Funny how losing one expensive soccer ball taught them more about being respectful neighbors than 4 years of me being nice ever did.